Don Rickles, born Donald J. Rickles on May 8, 1926 in Queens, New York, emerged from humble beginnings to become one of the most influential comedians of his time. Raised in a Jewish family in the Jackson Heights neighborhood, Rickles developed a sharp wit and quick tongue early on, traits that would define his career. His father, Max, was an insurance agent, and his mother was a housewife who recognized Rickles' comedic talent even as a child. After high school, Rickles briefly attended the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, intending to pursue acting. However, his natural humor and quick observational skills led him to stand-up comedy, where he quickly found his niche. Following his service in the U.S. Navy during World War II, Rickles returned to New York and began performing at nightclubs, where he began experimenting with his comedic style, leading him to a long celebrated career in entertainment. The shift from drama to comedy are Franchani. After returning from the Navy, Rickles' early attempts at becoming a serious actor were met with limited success. However, he soon discovered that his unique comedic abilities resonated more with audiences than his attempts at drama. By the early 1950s, he began incorporating humor into his performances, realizing that his sharp insults and improvisational style connected with people in a way that traditional comedy didn't. Rickles pioneered a new comedic approach that would make him famous: insult comedy. He would take the stage and immediately begin poking fun at the audience, regardless of who they were, making fun of celebrities, politicians, and everyday people alike. What set Rickles apart was his ability to roast anyone without malice, always doing it with a wink and a smile, leaving people laughing despite the insults. His nickname, Mr. Warmth, perfectly captured this paradox of humor. Offensive on the surface, but always delivered with affection. A versatile career, from comedy to acting. Although stand-up comedy remained the foundation of his career, Don Rickles proved himself a versatile actor as well. He appeared in a variety of films, from dramatic roles in Run Silent, Run Deep, 1958, to comedic hits like Kelly's Heroes, 1970, where he starred alongside Clint Eastwood. Rickles' ability to seamlessly switch between drama and comedy showcased his acting range. In the 1970s, he starred in his own sitcom, CPO Sharky, where he played a Navy chief petty officer, further solidifying his place as a prominent figure in Hollywood. His quick wit and sarcastic humor translated perfectly into his TV role, making CPO Sharky a hit. In addition to acting, Rickles became a beloved guest on talk shows, where his unpredictable nature made him a fan favorite. His off-the-cuff humor and irreverence added a spark of excitement to every interview he did. Rickles' marriage and family life. On March 14, 1965, Don Rickles married Barbara Sklar of Philadelphia. Their marriage proved to be one of the most enduring and significant aspects of Rickles' personal life. Despite his reputation as a sharp-tongued comedian, Rickles often showed a softer side when talking about Barbara. Their relationship was grounded in loyalty and mutual respect, a stabilizing force in Rickles' life as he navigated the pressures of fame and success. When he first met Barbara, Rickles was already 38 years old and struggling to find a lasting relationship. What drew him to Barbara was her inability to laugh at his jokes, which made her stand out from the many people who adored his humor. Rickles found in her a grounded presence, someone who was unaffected by the superficiality of show business, making her the perfect partner for him. Together they had 2 children, Mindy, who pursued acting, and Larry, who worked as a tragic loss of Larry Rickles. In 2017, tragedy struck the Rickles family with the untimely death of their son Larry at the age of 41. Larry, a producer, died from pneumonia, and the loss was devastating for both Don and Barbara. For someone who had spent his career making people laugh, the grief of losing a child was a heavy burden. It was a loss that affected Rickles deeply, highlighting the fragility of life despite the fame and success that surrounded him. In his memoir, Rickles often reflected on the profound impact his family had on his life and the joy he found in being a father and grandfather. His grandchildren in particular were a bright light in his later years, with young Ethan and Harrison Man finding humor not in his decades of comedic legacy but in his role as Mr. Potato Head in Toy Story, a stark reminder of how generations connect in unique ways. Rickles' enduring legacy and his final years. Don Rickles' career spanned multiple decades, from the smoky nightclubs of the 1950s to the modern world of animated films. He remained a constant figure in American comedy, known for his sharp wit and ability to bring humor to every situation. Despite slowing down in his later years, Rickles continued to perform and make appearances, and his legacy only grew. His final albums and TV specials were a testament to his lasting influence on the entertainment industry. Rickles' comedic style, blending insult with affection, became an essential part of his identity, and his ability to make people laugh through his insults was unmatched. He was a true legend of comedy, beloved by fans of all generations. Even in his final years, Rickles remained a master of his craft, a figure whose humor never lost its edge. The death of Don Rickles. A legend's passing. Don Rickles passed away on April 6, 2017, at the age of 90 due to kidney failure. His death marked the end of an era in American comedy. Tributes poured in from across the entertainment industry, with comedians, actors, and fans expressing their admiration for his groundbreaking career. Rickles' career had spanned an entire era of comedy, from his early stand-up days to his late-night TV appearances and animated roles. His unique approach to humor, which combined sharp insults with a sense of warmth, changed the landscape of American comedy. His passing left a void in the entertainment world, as Rickles had not only made people laugh for decades, but had done so with an authenticity that endeared him to audiences around the world. Rickles' final resting place, Mount Sinai Memorial Park. Don Rickles was laid to rest at Mount Sinai Memorial Easter Angeles, a peaceful and prestigious site where many other iconic figures in Hollywood and the Jewish community are buried. The cemetery's location in the Hollywood Hills, San Fontre, and a fitting final resting place for a man whose career was so closely tied to the heart of the entertainment industry. For his family, friends, and fans, his grave became not just a place of mourning, but also a place to celebrate the life of a man whose humor had left an indelible mark on the cultural fabric of America. Rickles' legacy continued to resonate with fans even after his death, as his jokes, personality, and unique comedic style remain a significant part of comedy history. The end of an era. Rickles' lasting influence. Don Rickles' passing marked the end of an era in entertainment, but his influence continues to be felt in the comedy world. Few entertainers had the same ability to balance sharp, biting humor with warmth and affection, and even fewer had the longevity that Rickles enjoyed in his career. From the late-night talk shows to the stages of Las Vegas, Rickles remained a beloved figure, admired for his ability to entertain and make people laugh. His impact on comedy is immeasurable, and his legacy will live on in the work of comedians who continue to be inspired by his fearless approach to humor. Despite his passing, Don Rickles will always be remembered as one of the greatest comedians of all time.